Hi, I'm Michelle Weiner Davis. In this video, which is video number 2, and if you haven't watched number 1, please do so first. In this video, I'll talk about the second major issue confronting couples since the coronavirus outbreak. We are a nation on edge. Although some people are less anxious than others about the risk of catching the virus, almost everyone is worried about money, losing their jobs, or how long this lockdown is going to occur, which interrupts life as we know it. They may also be worried about loved ones and if they're getting the kind of care that they need and how they're doing psychologically. In short, everybody is stressed about something. And even if your partner doesn't admit that he or she is stressed, trust me on this one, your partner is stressed. So it would be one thing if we were finding loving ways to share our feelings, to empathize, to commiserate, then these heart-to-heart conversations could actually bring people closer. But if you're not doing that, here's what happens. The stress leaks out sideways. So you're irritable, you have arguments about everything. The housework, the music being too loud, the crumbs left on the table from the night before, the lights being left on unnecessarily, the kids being a little too rambunctious. I think you know what I mean. But these arguments are really, really red herrings. You're not tackling the real issues. We are on edge because our normal lives have temporarily slipped away. Our routines are so out of sync. We are scrambling to figure all of this out. But even the experts are saying that there is so much about this virus that we don't know yet. The future is unpredictable. Now, here's what I know about people. For most humans, not knowing is scary. Feeling out of control is anxiety-producing. I once heard it said that the hardest time is the time in between no longer and not yet. I'm going to say that again. The hardest time is the time in between no longer and not yet. I think that is brilliant. I think that captures the way so many of us feel. We are right smack dab in the middle of no longer and not yet. And it's really, really freaky. So what should we do when feelings of anxiety hijack us and we lash out at our partners, blaming them rather than the inevitable stress for our unhappiness? I have 2 pieces of advice. The first is talk about it, and the second is don't talk about it. So the first, talk about it. Do some reflecting in your quiet moments. Really check in with yourself. Notice what you're feeling. Notice what you're thinking about all of this, particularly those ideas that you're ruminating about. Pay attention to how your body feels and where in your body your tension resides. Now, remember, there is no such thing as a right or wrong feeling. What you feel is what you feel. I know that some people are just like off the charts anxious, while others, although not happy about the situation, seem somewhat relieved actually to be slowing down their lives. And of course, there's everything else in between. And here's another thought. Expect unexpected feelings to arise. So for example, although my mother died in 2008, in the last few weeks, I've been overwhelmed with feelings of missing her. She and I were extremely close, and I've always depended on her sage advice. I've been longing to pick up the phone and call her. You see what I mean? That was an unexpected feeling. So once you get a read on your emotions, set aside some time for you and your partner to share your thoughts and feelings without judgment. You know, you've heard the phrase brainstorming. This is a process where people just share ideas to maximize creativity. Once ideas are offered, there is absolutely no judgment. There's no critique, there's no criticism, there's no vetoing the idea. There's just sharing and listening. Well, instead of brainstorming, here's what I want you to think about. Consider this heartstorming. Share what's in your heart. Listen to each other's feelings. Don't criticize and don't try to fix. Just listen. You don't have to agree. Just acknowledge what you've heard. And one more thing. If after an argument you realize that your unkind remarks were due to your feeling tense in general, please say so. Apologize. Apologies go a really long way. You need to unite rather than divide. Make anxiety your common enemy, not your spouse. Suggestion number 2. Now, this suggestion flies in the face of what you will hear from most therapists. I'm going to tell you, if you're annoyed at your partner, if you find him or her to be doing something that is very irritating, don't talk about it. The worst possible advice you can give to a newlywed couple is that whenever you're upset, whenever something bothers you, express your feelings. I've been married for over 40 years, and I'm here to tell you that is a formula for disaster. We have to learn how to choose our battles. We have to let the small things slide. If you're feeling annoyed by your spouse's idiosyncratic quirks, find ways to let it go. Take a walk, of course, leaving 6 feet in between you and others. Call a friend, take deep breaths, read, meditate, pray, journal, get online, and binge watch a new television series. Just keep the complaint to yourself. Now, clearly, stuffing your emotions inside over an extended period of time is counterproductive. But keep in mind that spending long periods of time with anyone, and I mean anyone, is enough to drive everyone crazy. Don't take your feelings out on each other. Remember, now is the time to pull together. So try this. Each day, when you find your spouse to be annoying, decide to give him or her a get-out-of-jail-free pass. We are all in this together. Inoculate your marriage by being patient and showing grace. I'm sure you'd appreciate the same. Stay safe and love each other.